On the final day of the Faversham Fringe at 5:30 in the Alexander Centre, a sellout audience will attend From Winsome to Wonky, A Daft Life Before and After Disability, a startlingly honest and surprisingly humorous reflection of the life and times of local actor Sarah-Jane Clarke. Even though Sarah-Jane's show is sold out with a waiting list, I was intrigued to know more about From Winsome to Wonky and the spinal cord injury charity Backup Trust, which will benefit from the profits of her performance. Hi, Sarah-Jane. How are you today?
Hi, Wendy. Fine, thank you.
Good, good. So, Sarah-Jane, what inspired you to write and perform your show?
Well, two things happened. I was in a newish local drama group called Monkey with a Shotgun, which I can't attend anymore because it's completely inaccessible now. But I was in a great original show that was put on last January called the Faversham Canaries, and I was given a very small but very beautifully written part. Um, And in one of the breaks from rehearsal, I was talking to a couple of the guys and saying, oh, how much I missed being able to be in plays because of being in a wheelchair. One of them said, oh, why don't you write your own one-woman show? And I thought, no. And then some idiotic thing in my brain thought, well, I could. And then I noticed that people in the Backup Trust were doing sporting challenges, adaptive sports. And I don't really do that sort of thing. So I thought, well, I suppose I could write this show, try and raise funds that way. So that's why it happened.
Okay. And
Yeah.
we've talked about the Backup Trust very briefly. I mentioned it. How has the Backup Trust helped you?
Well, as I've said to you before, my friends and family are absolutely incredible when this happened to me. But obviously, there were certain things they couldn't help with because they didn't have the knowledge. And the Backup Trust, it's always there for anything you want to know. If they don't know, they'll find somebody who does know. They offer a mentoring service. So when somebody is newly injured, they can have via Zoom or the phone up to 10 meetings with somebody who's been there and done it and knows where you're coming from. Very helpful. They also offer mentor training. So I'm now a mentor, which I also find very fulfilling indeed. They have regular courses on Zoom that cover everything from bowel and bladder control, brain fog, getting back into work, volunteering, psychological, anything you can think of. They are absolutely brilliant and they survive solely on donations.
Wow. No wonder you want to fundraise for them. You've
Yes.
benefited and you're also giving back, which is great as a mentor.
This is what I try to do. I think we're on this earth to enjoy ourselves and help others if possible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. That's a very good maxim through life, isn't it?
yeah, I think so.
So, sharing your story is surely going to be difficult. How have you prepared yourself for your show?
Well, to be honest with you, it sounds like it would be difficult, sort of mentally, emotionally, but it isn't. I find it's almost a sort of outlet. Although most of the show is comedic, um, what was really difficult was writing it, Wendy, because as you know, I've acted a lot. I have never written anything. And when you're in a play somebody else has written, that's easy. You just become that person, as you yourself know, having done it. But when you're writing it for yourself, that's really hard. Um, it doesn't make me feel upset or sad. As I said, it's almost like a sort of outlet, I find.
So,
Yeah,
cathartic.
yes, that's the word. I think it is. Yeah.
And did you have somebody you could turn to edit or, yeah, edit your work?
I have a wonderful friend, um, who has incidentally, she's in the process of writing a short one-act play, and she's written a part for me in it, which is amazing. And she's helped me an enormous amount with the writing. She hasn't written it for me, but she's helped me. I couldn't have done it without her. Absolutely marvelous.
She's
Yeah,
shared your craft. She's shared her craft with
she
you.
really has. I couldn't have done it without her. So that's been a great help. I also have a wonderful crew, and my favourite director. Emma has given me a couple of little directing sessions, and that's a big help too.
Great. So it's been quite a team effort.
Really, very much so, yes.
So you've been an actor for many years, and
Yeah.
apart from the obvious, how have you altered your stagecraft and skills to cope with performing in a wheelchair?
Well, it's been interesting because one of my initial concerns was, I didn't want to just be a woman sitting in a wheelchair, not moving about, talking at people. That was the last thing I wanted it to be. So I've had some advice. I've given it a lot of thought. I'm going to try and move around the stage a bit, have different areas of the stage to perform in. I'm using a few little props. That's it, really. And hoping that that works, that's enough. And vary the style of delivery as much as possible as well.
So using all your stagecraft skills that
Trying
you've
to, yeah.
learnt over the years.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant. So do you have an unforgettable moment on stage where things went surprisingly right or nerve-wrackingly wrong that you would like to share before or
Oh,
after your wheelchair life?
now you've got me there. I wasn't expecting that one. Um, there must be. There's not one, to be honest. There's lots of little ones. And oh yes, hang on a minute. No, hang on a minute. Many, many years ago, when you get to my age, most things are many years ago, aren't they? Um, and I was doing panto touring when I was pro, and just little tin pot companies. And I can't remember which panto it was. We did mainly community centres, working men's clubs. We were in a community centre one day, and I think I was playing the dame. Some of these small companies, they have a woman playing the dame sometimes. And somebody completely dried. I've never, to be honest, been a great ad-libber, but basically I had to. Oh, and at the same time, one of the speakers fell off the stands. Everything went wrong at the same time. I've no idea what I said, but I managed to waffle on somehow. And I suppose that was a difficult moment, but I managed to put it right again.
Yes, if you're not a natural ad-libber, that's a
No,
really, really difficult thing to do.
it
And I completely understand because nor am I.
it's the same. No, it's
Yeah.
a real skill, isn't it? That I hope to develop one day. And I think it's when you're thrown in at the deep end, you just sort of have to.
Yes.
That you do, don't you?
Yeah. 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 I think your survival skills kick in.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
So, apart from raising awareness of the Backup Trust and funds, what's the
Hmm.
one thing you hope audiences take away from your show?
One thing. Well, I suppose an understanding that, and I must say here, some people have a lot worse spinal injuries than I have. Some are paralyzed from the neck down. So I can't really speak for them. But in my situation, people like me who are a paraplegic and can still move bits, um, the knowledge that life really does go on. And in some ways, I can only speak for myself. Not only does it go on, but bits of it can even be better, which is amazing.
Wow.
So, it is devastating, yes, but there is life after spinal cord injury in my case. That's all I can say, really. And I hope they enjoy it. That's obviously, I hope they enjoy it. Yeah.
Oh, Sarah, thank you for your frankness. I think there will be many people who wish they'd booked tickets from Winsome to Wonky, and perhaps another fundraising performance should be on stage somewhere soon.
Maybe if someone else writes it, or if this goes really well.
Indeed.
Thank you, Wendy.
Thanks for talking to Radio Faversham today.
You're very welcome. Thank you.